Hello Year 6 agents, it's Agent Rofer here and I am taking over the spelling this week from Agent Watkins. I just want to say very well done to our Spelling Shed Champion of the Week. You can find out who that is on the Year 6 newsletter, so very well done. I also want to say a big well done to those children who are engaging with our YouTube lessons and reading or watching the Year 6 agents read Stormbreaker. So, like Agent Watkins told you last week, spelling is a very important part of being a spy, not just because you have to impress other agents or people reading your spy documents, but when you are creating codes. Now, spies often encrypt their messages. They create lots of different codes to disguise the real message that they are sending. And if your spelling is poor, well, you're not going to be able to decipher and then read the messages accurately or even write your own accurate messages. So that is why it's very important for you to be able to spell as a spy. Now at this point, some of you might be wondering what the LO is for this lesson, and it's something that I'm asking myself as well, because Mr. Watkins has sent me an envelope in the post and it says next week's LO from Agent Watkins. So let's have a look inside and see what it says. Now it looks like we've got some of the spelling words from this week's spelling, but I think they've all been scrambled, so I think you're going to have to help me unscramble these words. Perhaps the letters of the words have been scrambled up, I'm not sure. Take a minute to pause the video and see if you can work out, one, what these words are, and two, if you can figure out what the spelling rule might be for this week. Okay, so welcome back. I hope that you gave this a good go and that you didn't give up too quickly. You know, remember that growth mindset, you've got to keep trying. If you haven't paused the video at all, you need to do that now and try to unscramble these words. Okay, just checking. So if you have, let's see, you know what, I spent a while unscrambling these words and I got to this. So the first one was reversible, the second was possibly, the third was sensibly, and the last one was legible. Now, I don't know if you noticed this pattern, but I can quite clearly see here that I've got words that end in the suffix ible or ible. So that must give us our LO for today, which is to spell words ending in ible and ible. So before we proceed with the lesson, you are going to need a pen or pencil and some paper, something to write on. Okay, so if you haven't got those now, go and get them, pause the video and come back. So last week with Agent Watkins, you looked at words that ended with the able suffix. Now I've got a list of words here. I'm going to read them out and I would like you with your pen and paper to write down the words that I am going to read out to you and decide whether they end with the able or the ible suffix. Now remember, we know that a suffix is a group of letters that comes at the end of our root word to change the meaning, but we'll talk about that a little bit more later. Okay, so the first word, are you ready? Is valuable. Valuable. The next word is possible. Possible. The next one is visible. Visible. The next one is adorable. I'm not going to repeat it anymore because I've just realised you could pause the video and play back what I've already read. So I will carry on just repeating the words the one time. Changeable is the next word. Then we've got terrible, responsible, reversible, and finally believable. Okay, so like I said, if you need to go back and re-listen to any of those words, you can do that now. Okay, so we're going to check the answers now. So I've sorted my words into able and ible. So the words ending in the able suffix are valuable, adorable, changeable, believable. And the words ending in the ible suffix are possible, visible, terrible, responsible, and reversible. If you want to pause the video now just to check your answers, you can do that quickly. Right, so I'm just going to give you a quick recap as to when we use the suffix ible and when we use the suffix able. So the ible suffix is common if a complete root word cannot be seen before it. So if we have a look here at possible, okay, I've underlined the suffix there, ible, but we can't really make out a root word there, can we? We've just got possible. So that's how we know that we use the ible suffix. Whereas here, with valuable, again, I've underlined the able suffix. It's a bit easier to work out the root word there, which is value. Now, like Mr. Watkins, or Agent Watkins, I should say, in the last lesson said, usually when we add the able or the able suffix, we get rid of the E at the end of the word, which should go there, isn't it? If we're talking about the root word value. Okay, so let's have another look at this example. So we've got the word terrible. Again, ter doesn't really give us much to go by, does it, as a root word? So we know that we need to use the ible suffix. Whereas here, with believable, we can make out the root word there, which is believable. Okay, so obviously there are some exceptions to the rule. There always are in spelling, but that is a good general rule to go by. Okay, so I'm just going to give you a little bit of a run through to show you the difference between words ending in ible and ible. So words that end in ible are used as adjectives. So if I give you an example here, so I put he was invisible among the bushes. Okay, so we've got the ible ending there. We know this is an adjective because it is describing the spy who is hiding in the bushes. So words ending in ible are used as adverbs. So adverbs add extra information to describe a verb or an adjective as well. So they can say, describe how, when, where, and how much something is happening. So if I put here, so she was incredibly talented spy. Okay, full stop at the end. So we can see here, she was an incredibly talented spy. It's showing that the spy, well, it's showing how intelligent she, not intelligent, how incredible she is. Okay, just a quick note before you go on to your turn. It's really easy to change between the adverb and the adjective form of these words. So you can see here I've got horribly, which is the adverb, and all I have to do is get rid of the ible and replace it with ible. Okay, and that's all you have to do. So you can see if you want to go from the adjective to the adverb, so from horrible to horribly, all you have to do is get rid of the ible and put the ible there instead. Okay, I've got one more example for you. So I've got the word legibly. Okay, so have a think yourself now. How would we change legibly, which is the adverb, into the adjective? Pause the video if you want to have a think. Okay, yeah, that's right. So we just get rid of the ible suffix. Let's get rid of it. And write ible onto the end instead. Okay. Okay, so now it's your turn. So I've got 3 chili challenges for you here today. So your chili 1 is to practice this week's spelling words using a strategy of your choice. So you could use a word pyramid, rainbow writing, or you could just look, say, cover, write and check. Chili 2, you can do chili 1, and can you create a piece of artwork using some of this week's spelling words? So I'm just going to show you an example now of one that I have made. So first of all, what I've done using a YouTube video of how to draw a spy is to draw a picture, and then I've hidden some of this week's spelling words into my picture. So you can see I've got in red here on the tie the word possible. I've got the word sensibly on the tuxedo. I've written legible in the hair. And this is a slightly trickier one. I've written forcible on the earpiece on the cable. So I'm wondering whether you could send in examples of your own artwork, including hidden words. It could almost be a sort of code, couldn't it? And then, as an alternative, I've got some more ideas for you. I've illustrated some of the words, so I've drawn some pictures around them. So I've done that for the word incredible. I've got Mr. Incredible there for the I, and then I've drawn some sort of scary font for the word horribly. Okay, so your chili 3 is to do chili 2 if you want to, and then to write a spy message using words ending in ible and ible. Can you scramble the letters and then ask somebody to solve your code? So just a reminder here to send in your work to our Year 6 email address. And then I've got a list of some of the ible and ible words here as well, but we will also send those out to you in an email. So good luck, Year 6 agents. I'll also be setting you an assignment on Spelling Shed, so you can practice those spelling words on there as well. Okay, see you next week. Good luck.